Do you ever get the dreaded claw during a ride? The muscles in your forearm contract and your hand curls up and becomes useless. Or leg cramps that force you to stop and get off your bike. Medically, it's called EAMC, exercise-associated muscle cramping. It's really common in all types of sports, but the weird thing is there isn't a lot of research. We still aren't 100% certain about the causes of cramps, which means there are no guaranteed solutions for every rider. What causes cramps? Well, there are two main theories. First, dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. The theory is that if we lose too much water and salt through sweat, it can trigger neurotransmitters that cause cramps. The interesting thing is many supplement manufacturers make a lot of money selling electrolyte powders and sports drinks by claiming this theory is 100% proven and correct. But the evidence for this theory is quite limited. The second theory, altered neuromuscular control. In a nutshell, fatigue causes an imbalance between the nerve impulses that contract or relax our muscles. The main strategy is avoiding excessive muscle fatigue and stretching techniques when cramps occur to achieve the right balance between nerve impulses again. Researchers also suspect that there may be other causes of cramps that are still undiscovered. So we suggest trying all the following tips, see what works for you. Stay hydrated. Well, duh. The colour of your piss is generally a good guide. Fitness. Is riding on Sunday the only exercise you get? Cramps will be no surprise. If you get serious cramps, then some midweek exercise is probably going to make a big difference. Obesity makes cramps worse. Get into a healthy diet, lose weight. Electrolytes. The important one is salt. Try adding a pinch of salt to your hydration pack. If you will be riding hard and sweating a lot for say 3 hours, you might increase this to half a teaspoon. If this reduces your cramps, great. Otherwise, consider an electrolyte powder that also includes potassium and magnesium and see if that makes a difference. But in the majority of cases, salt is the important electrolyte. What about sports drinks? It pays to be really skeptical. Some of these have way too much sugar, too much salt, or not enough salt. Almost all of us need less sugar in our diets, not more. Riding style. Warm up your muscles before you really start to ride aggressively. When you get tired, sit on the bike more, even if you need to slow down as a result. When standing, grip the bike with your legs. This takes a lot of pressure off your arm muscles. Only grip the handlebars as much as you need to. Less experienced riders often resort to the death grip, which usually leads to arm pump and/or cramps. And most importantly, learn to pace yourself. The recent research suggests muscle fatigue is the more common cause of cramps, not dehydration or lack of salt. Bike setup. Regular arm cramps? As mentioned, it pays to grip the bike with your legs. You can also use adhesive rubber strips on your frame or side panels to allow extra grip. I always put steg pegs on my bikes, which seriously reduce pressure on the entire upper body. And you don't need to grip the bike with your legs as much. Pickle juice. There's a lot of debate about this. Some riders say it was a waste of money, others say it completely stopped their cramps. I suspect in most cases it's simply the high salt content. So try a pinch of salt in your water bladder first. But remember the altered neuromuscular control theory about cramps? There is some research that suggests the acetic acid in pickle juice can trigger the nerve impulses that relax muscles. So if you've tried everything else without success, see if pickle juice works. Stretching. Usually you can relieve the pain of a cramp by gently stretching that muscle and hopefully relaxing that muscle again. What about stretching before a ride? I see plenty of guys do this, but generally the research says it won't help and can even be slightly risky when your muscles and ligaments are cold. In fact, it can even reduce your muscle strength. And finally, if nothing works, see your doctor for a full medical checkup. There's a long list of medical problems that can actually cause cramps during exercise. I regularly see riders asking for cramp cures on social media. Everyone pitches in with their miracle cure, but there isn't one definitive cure that works for everyone. So be skeptical, work through a pile of tips, see what works, and if possible, don't give your hard-earned cash to the multinationals behind sports drinks. What has worked for you guys? Keen to hear? Let us know in the comments.